from the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, the days are getting longer, or the daylight hours rather, and our temperatures gradually going up. And starting tomorrow, our sunset at 8 o'clock, and it's 8 o'clock or later through August 6th, and eventually maxes out at about 8:14. That comes up in the first week of July. So the days are getting longer and the temperatures are going up. And today was a hot one out there, upper 80s to near 90 this afternoon, but also hazy. So let's bring it over to the weather wall. I want to discuss why we saw some haze today. And this is going to be on and off over the next several days. And it all ties up to all the fires that were in Western Canada. A lot of these have been squelched by recent rain, so that's good news there. Actually, there's a low pressure up here, and you can see the smoke following that low pressure. But it's been traveling through the Great Lakes, the Northeast, and then some of that has been driven south and southwestward into our region. So we're going to see some haze from time to time. You can see all the fires are ongoing across the U.S., Canada, and then you get down into central Mexico and Central America. You can see, boy, there's a lot of fire action going on as you get down farther to the south. So with that in mind, we're looking for precipitation, and usually when you have some smoke or dust, that your rain chances are lower. Plus we have high pressure, dry air in place. Well, and what we're going to be watching in the days ahead, this low pressure system, upper low pressure system, is going to meander around here probably for the better part of the next week, and that's going to keep us on the dry side of things. Eventually, it's going to get close enough to us to maybe shoot disturbances our way to create a good chance of showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon hours, but that won't happen until sometime mid next week, the way things are shaping up. On the weather map this evening, you can see some active storms across Texas, high pressure dominating in our part of the world, more high pressure ridging coming in from the north and east. And as we scan Doppler radars, we're seeing a few isolated showers east of the Chandelier Islands and then offshore from the Florida beaches back through Orange Beach. But the big story, second night in a row, Abilene getting hammered by a supercell thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This one had a tornado warning when the cells merged. Look, you can see one cell coming in from the northeast and another one pushing to the southeast. But this is all going to be running into drier air. Eventually will die down as it gets closer to the Houston area, but some pretty intense storms this evening across portions of Texas. And of course, close to home, power Doppler 3, Acadiana's radar indicating a clean sweep this evening. So let's go on the other side of the world, because there's a big typhoon impacting Guam here. A very strong typhoon. It was a super typhoon at 155-mile-per-hour winds. Now it's considered a strong Category 4. And look, we have an 18-hour loop here, and you can see how there was a well-defined eye at the beginning of this loop, and then since then that eye has kind of gone through an eye wall replacement cycle. But this is making a beeline straight for Guam, and we'll be crossing the 30-mile wide island more than likely in the next 2 to 3 hours. It's unfortunately going to be a very powerful and devastating storm for Guam in the next few hours. And it's going to be one of the more potent ones that hit that area. So we got service folks over there, so we'll be thinking about them. For us, it's nice and quiet, fair skies through tomorrow morning. You see that shower activity back to the west of us falling apart, and we'll go with partly cloudy skies tomorrow afternoon, 88, 89 the high, just 1 or 2 isolated showers along the coast through tomorrow afternoon. And that's all she wrote on that chance of rain. And then as we head into Thursday, drier air moving in. We'll still get into the upper 80s, but we're going to be cooling more so into the evening hours, and that's going to feel better across the area. So tonight, about 70 the low, not too bad, but we've seen cooler, upper 80s to near 90 again tomorrow. Tomorrow night, upper 60s, or mid 60s for northern portions of Acadiana, so that's going to be nice. And then upper 80s with lots of sunshine going into Thursday. So overnight tonight, generally a quiet evening, partly cloudy skies for the most part, seasonable temperatures, 70 the projected low overnight. And then again, setting in the western sky right now. You still probably have about 20 or 30 minutes to check it out. We have Venus quite visible, just about setting. The moon will set in about an hour and a half or so, and Mars very faint just to the the upper left of that crescent moon. So look for that, and tomorrow we'll give you an update on that if it looks cool once again. Typical May Day tomorrow, sun and cloud mix, maybe a few storms along the coastal parishes, but we're just going 10%. I've knocked out the rain chances for Thursday and Saturday completely, so it's lots of upper 80s, lower 90s in the 10-day forecast. And by the end of the 10-day forecast, which gets us into June, it's starting to look like lower 90s, and that's the way it's going to look probably for the next
quite a while. Yeah, we know.
Here
that.
we are.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.